Welcome along then to another qualifying session. Yes, you're used to qualifying videos coming on a Wednesday now. Hope you are doing good as we approach this new season. And we are back with another GP event, and it is the Easter event this time round. It is Zhou Guanyu, Lando Norris and Typhoon, all 15% boosted. And we released the strategy guide yesterday, so make sure to go and check that out if you want the very best tips, strategies for this week's qualifying session. So, first of all, let's have a look at the tracks before you run through what we are running this weekend. We have got in there Belgium, Imola, Austin and Silverstone all to come. Some pretty difficult tracks on there, that is for sure. Legendary drivers are available, but obviously we don't have them. Make sure to let me know down in the comments what level drivers are you running. So I want to hear level 7 Epic Norris and level 5 Zhou Guanyu, for example. And let's have a look at our car setup and drivers. Drivers, we are going for Zhou Guanyu and Max Verstappen Rare. They are our best qualifying drivers. And for the car, we are not going to use Typhoon. We're going to stick with cornering and be 129 over 184. So let's get into it. It's going to be tough. I hate Spa on this account, and we're going to have to try and get through. Maybe we can push 40 points. Well, we're about to find out. Race number 1 from Spa. So our first matchup is in. It's a matchup that is in our favour, and the aim for today is probably get around 160 points. There is some difficult tracks currently out there, so we're going to have to simply try and do our best. Race 1 from Spa. It is raining in qualifying, but let's check out the race. Where do we start? P13 and P15, pretty tough. And it's 2 minutes of the wet stuff first of all. So we are going to let's use Street Shark because we've got 185 of it. Let's balance it out. Let's give it our all. So we could run to some hard tyres later in this race. This is going to be interesting to see which way it does go. We need a good start. Come on, team. Let's see what we can do. And it's not the best start in the world. Max Verstappen has sort of made a bit of a better situation out of that. Zhou Guanyu, only P15 though. He's had a rough start from where he started. So we'll continue the push. And we have got the old faithful. Max Verstappen has crashed in Sector 2. There he is in the wall. And the safety car, well and truly returns, ladies and gentlemen. So what we'll do is we will run through and we'll get picking back up after this safety car period comes to an end. So we're about to get underway then, because the safety car is about to come in. It is 80% on the track at the moment. So the chances are, I do feel a lot of these are going to pit on the very next lap. That's what I do feel. We've got Max Verstappen into P6. Now, the question is, do we do an extra lap? And I think that's what everybody else is going to be doing. Or do we pull the pin early? So I expect, because of a safety car, they're going to do until lap 4 now. And we can try and do to lap 4. We'll obviously have to get around 33% as we cross the line. But it's only down to 57%. It is a long track as well, remember. And Verstappen's coming round. I mean, it might be too early. It might be too early for Verstappen. I might just push one more lap. It might not be too early for Zhou Guanyu. I'm going to put Zhou Guanyu into the pits, because this is going to be close at the end. Rival's gone for mediums. And there's a few cars then in the pits. So we will then move to soft tyres. In P5, we've got Zhou Guanyu out there now in P23. So they're going to get slow. They're going to be slow. But the rest of the field is all going to pit on lap 4. It's painful out there, but it's about to go dry. 20%. So 4 laps was the optimum. But Zhou Guanyu was going to be absolutely slaughtered if he pitted on that lap coming up. Zhou Guanyu struggling just to get past. Verstappen's managed to get through to the pit stop. It is about to go dry. Everyone is now piling in. I don't think we're going to get a massive jump here with Zhou Guanyu. We are trying. Out comes Verstappen in P5. Where does Zhou Guanyu go up to? And there's a bit of a queue coming out the pit lane. We'll take that. P8 for Zhou Guanyu. That's good. That is good. That's what we needed. As we've got Max Verstappen now all over the back of Charles Leclerc. What tyres does everyone go? Medium tyres. We're going to be up against it. As Max Verstappen on the softs goes into P4. Zhou Guanyu we're going to try and accelerate past. As Max Verstappen is now on the back of Sergio Perez. With Zhou Guanyu trying all he can to get past Carlos Sainz. Come on, Verstappen. You've got to move. I feel it. Come on. P3. Now, where can we get to? P8. Can we get Sainz? Hard tyres are a little bit of a problem. We can still probably push. We can probably get higher with Verstappen. This is not going to be a bad race at all. We wanted 40 points. We're on 39. And Max Verstappen is up to P2. Safety car is well and truly back to put havoc. And we're into P1. Come on. P1 for Max Verstappen. What a run. And Max Verstappen is going to come across the line. Get in P1.
A race like this is incredibly satisfying.
Oh yes, we will take that all day long. P1, P8. It's not a bad start. It'd have been great to see how he would have got on without the safety car, but I said I wanted 40 points. Spa is ridiculously tough, and we will take 41 points. We'll have a look at the rival as well, running 86, qualifying Zhou Guanyu, and a pretty balanced a little bit setup. You run in that Typhoon. Race 2 then comes from Imola, real player matchup, and it's slightly in the opponent's favour, so this should be an interesting one. Let's see if the safety car causes havoc today in a race 2, because we've already had it in race 1 at Spa, and it was the longest safety car that I've ever felt in my life. Very, very slow. So, 14 and 18. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I'm going to go a 2-stop with probably, what can we go for? Can we go Frost? And Max Verstappen, probably on a 1-stop. He hasn't got great tyres. Let's go Palm. Let's see what this happens. See what we can do. It is pretty hot out there. I didn't actually notice 37 degrees. That's caught me out a little bit. But Zhou Guanyu, I mean, he's taking tyre management 99. He might be okay. Merlion boost for the rival as well on both cars. And we're going to push just a little bit initially. We're going to get to this hairpin. Hopefully make 2 positions like that. Nice. And we're going to cut back down. So Verstappen on the hards. We have got Zhou Guanyu into P9. He should be able to still maybe sneak out 3 laps, but he should be still pretty quick. That's going to be the bonus for him as he moves up to P8. Rivals pushing on them hard tyres. And yeah, at the moment, we're going to be okay. We've just got to conserve down the straight. P14 now for Max Verstappen on that 1-stop. Let's push to try and see if we can make any more positions into the hairpin. Come on, can we get past Zhou Guanyu? Yes, we can. P13. Nice little run. P8, P13. Weather, track, temperature, whichever one you want to call it, is reducing down now as well. So P8, we're going to push out of this last corner. See if we can get past Russell on the Red Bull. And we can't. So that's annoying. But Zhou Guanyu is still P8 at the minute. 32 degrees now on the back of Perez. Verstappen holding up people as well. Can Zhou Guanyu get past? Yes, he can. He's into P7. What about Verstappen on the hards? Nope, struggling. Struggling. Going to gain some power unit back. You can see how much power unit we've got. I'm probably going to go mediums here because we've got power unit spare. And we're up to P6 as we pit. So good effort by Zhou Guanyu. He's going to need some luck in running as we move into P12. And we are using a lot of tyres and power unit for Verstappen. He's in P8 though, make it P7. And now Zhou Guanyu can attack quite a bit on these mediums because of his power unit level. Look at that, he's already up to P13. We'll probably do a 2-lap run on softs at the end. But he's trying to get past Zhou Guan Yu, and he's done the job. He is motoring along already into P12. Rival is into the pits now. On a comfortable one stop for the rival, we've had to mix it up. And as we come down, we're going to get past the rival. We're going to get into P6 at the moment. A long way to go in this race, though. There's Leclerc ahead of us. Verstappen's coming out in P16. Power unit's his issue, though. That is going to be what's going to struggle with Max. Zhou Guan Yu trying to get past Fernando. At the minute, cannot. Still cannot. And we're going to go back for soft tyres at the end of this stint. So into P4 he'll go. And we'll pit for softs. Verstappen's doing okay in P14. Pit stops are going to help us. There's another 3 that bring him up to P11. We're going to push through this section as well. We are going to drop back through the field from P3. P3 looks great, but we're obviously going to move back until we pit. So let's push again. We're using everything of Max Verstappen. Rival's pushing as well. Somehow gets past us before the pit stop, which is very annoying. And we're trying to push. Max Verstappen's going to have a whole race of no power unit, basically. We do manage to jump the rival, though. You might have got through us. Not this time. And we're going to get a car in between us, too. P7 and P8. That's not too bad. Not at this track, anyway. Because this can be difficult. Don't think we're going to get many more positions. There's a few hard tyres ahead that we could close on. And we are closing on. But we're trying to use everything we've got. Can we get any more? We're behind P6. Surely Zhou Guan Yu's got a chance. As Verstappen does get into P6, that means surely Zhou Guan Yu gets into P7. As Hamilton comes back at us. Thanks, Hamilton. Damn it. Can we get past Hamilton? We're going to wait for the last corner. We don't need to. We're already through. We're going to push as well. Can we get P5 Perez? Can we get him? No, we can't. It's going to be a P6, P7 finish. That's a tough race. Only 37 points. Imola can be very tough, especially with the weather. 1.474 for the rival, only scoring 1 more point than we did. And overall, level 5, level 6 for the rival, and a decent car setup. So I'm happy with how we did in that race. Well, it's the same person for race number 3. We've matched the same player, and we head off to Austin now to hopefully score some points. We need to get back at... I mean, we should qualify. It's going to be opening round, but at least some of these tracks disappear for opening round, and we can then settle back down. But P13, P17, I'm probably just going to use something like Palm here and just protect our boosts. There you go, Palm on. Let's see what we can do at Austin. We've had some good races at Austin before, and then maybe today will be another one of them. Waiting for the rival to ready up. We know what their setup is already. We're going to be outmatched, but can we outscore? They're taking their time. Confusion on the boosts. All right then, Austin. First corner, make or break your race. We knew Verstappen would struggle because we've gone on to a low race start boost. And I tell you what, Verstappen gets the best start somehow. P13, Zhou Guan Yu, all the way down in P19. Austin, corner 1, can be an absolute pain. And that is going to be a massive hit, a massive dent in our point scoring. I mean, it feels like someone's robbed us of about 50 speed and cornering somewhere, because today is a lot more of a struggle. And I think that's because of some strong tracks that have been picked by Hutch. We still only P19. Now Stroll goes round the outside. It's a struggle. We've got Stroll ahead of us. Zhou Guan Yu finally moves himself up 1 place. And then Sargent. You know it's bad when Sargent comes up the inside and overtakes you. So P15 and P16. I mean, it could be down to having a boost that only really impacts tyres and race start only. But, points are not going to be high this weekend, I don't feel, at this rate. Rivals on the hards. I mean, we're just going backwards all the time. We're pushing and going backwards. Sargent ahead of us. We can finally get through. We can get into P13 and P14. And then we can get past Stroll. It's just a difficult first 3 races. Verstappen, can he get past? Let's push him into this corner, see if we can make a move. And we can get 1. Why is Zhou Guanyu going so slowly? Let's push him. Let's push Verstappen as well. Into P12. Whoa. We're battling hard. Battling for our lives. Zhou Guanyu will pit from what was almost P10 as he came round the final corner. I don't think we're going to score 40 points in this race, but you never know. 2 Ferraris are coming out ahead. And Zhou Guanyu is going to drop all the way back down to P21. P21. Not used to that. Not used to that. Verstappen behind Kevin. Kevin! Move out of the way. We're through. We're past hammer time. Come on, Hamilton. Move out of the way. We're on a mission. Look at all these cars. And we are absolutely going to get blocked up a little bit. There's Tsunoda. Valtteri Bottas. Some of these are coming into the pits. There's a Ferrari. We can get past the Ferrari. We've got Verstappen coming out the pits. And it's back up to P11 and P10. Any more pit stops? There is a couple. So we're going to get some bigger points out of this race. I feel it. And let me know how you found this qualifying session. Because for me, it's tough. Want to know at home, is it tough for you as well? As here goes Max Verstappen trying to get past into P9. Tyre management boost really helping at the moment. And that's going to be into P8. Can we get P7? Past Charles? Yes, we can. And Zhou Guanyu is up to P8. Maybe we will score some decent points today. P4 for Verstappen. We've got a soft, medium and hard ahead of us. They are way ahead. Look at that. And we're actually, we're doing okay. Just going to conserve. There's 3 cars ahead of us that we can attack. We can't get P3. They are too far ahead. But we can get these 3 cars. Rivals behind us that could potentially change that for us. And now we're going to push. Can we get Alonso? Yes, we can. P7. This would be a really good recovery if we can get maybe even P5 in this race. There's Lando. Still P7. Let's just conserve down again. P3 is we're closing on P3. I don't think we've got enough in the tank though. We are trying to then get P6. Let's push Verstappen. See if we can push Zhou Guanyu into P6. Yes, we can. Verstappen, can he put himself in contention on a last corner move on Sergio Perez? Yes, he can. P3. That is a great recovery drive. P3 for Verstappen. Zhou Guanyu takes P6. I am buzzing with that one.
Yes, guys. Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
41 points from, remember, we were like P15 and P21. And it was written, because we're racing through our races, we've got the same person again, because obviously they are racing at the very same time. So, we're going to try and get some more points again. This guy's gone 1 stop pretty much everywhere. And we're going to try, I mean, we could do the 2 stop or the 1 stop in this race. We're on the back foot. P15 and P17. And it's a 24 seconds dry. And then it's heavy rain. Do we start on the wets or do we not? Let's go. Let's do this. Let's just go for it and see what happens. This is going to be interesting. We're just going to risk it and see. Literally, that's a lap. 24 seconds, probably about 27 is a lap. It's only going to be light rain to start with. Mixed weather, changing conditions. They start on the wets. I mean, push. We're going to wreck our qualifying here if this doesn't work. We're going to just send it for the fun. And you can see we're going to go up to... I mean, they're going to probably do a 4. I mean, this is probably not the right strategy. But we're going to get through into P6. It's worth a try. Worth a try. And already 24 seconds has been absolutely gobbled up. So maybe it didn't work after all. Let's go wets and no stop. No service. Let's just send Verstappen round one more time. We're not going to be a million miles off. It's going to be mixed weather changing all the time. Zhou Guanyu already with that lap is coming out in P9. So this might not actually be as bad as we think. Verstappen, it's 21% now. And then it's going to dry up. So we've got an extra couple of laps we can do on the wet tyres though when we do pit. Verstappen is holding people up. Zhou Guanyu in P8 at the minute. Come on.
Okay, Lewis, it's hammer time.
Come on. I mean, it's going to go super wet now. But we're going to come in at the right time. We're holding up Leclerc as well. But we can do an extra lap now. As you can see, above me here, these changing conditions are going to be a little bit of a nightmare. We're on lap 3. Everyone's going to pit next time round, which might be meaning they go to dries too quickly. Verstappen, though, is out in P16. So we'll just cruise. I mean, this is going to be another 2 laps of wet. So I might have made a blinder here. We're going to run to lap 5. If we can. And we should be able to, no problem. This could be a miracle strategy. Just got to keep cruising. Because now it starts to dry. It's going to start drying out a lot quicker. They're all going to pit on this lap. You can see we've probably got one more lap that we need to do on the wet tyres. And it's going to be Verstappen that will start pushing as well here to get past Esteban. Because he's only going to need to do 3. We've definitely got one more lap. These are all going to have to pit. So maybe we thought we were doing the wrong strategy. Maybe it's not quite as bad as we think. Because now everybody will pile into the pits. We will carry on round. And they're going to have to go to dries. It's not quite that dry weather at the moment. We can come back on softs as well. Same with Verstappen. Verstappen's going to move himself in to P6. Zhou Guanyu in P1 currently. And he's stretching because it is still 20. But it's getting drier a lot quicker. That's the problem we face. It's really nip and tuck this race about what strategy to go. Zhou Guanyu, luckily, has made it round to the pit stop. Verstappen, not so much. Now he starts to struggle on this wet tyre. It is ever-changing at the moment. And we're going to come back in. But Zhou Guanyu is going to come out in a pretty nice position. And that position is going to be P6. Maybe even better. Verstappen coming back out now. Currently in P11. And we're just going to conserve a little bit. A lot of these are now on hard tyres as well. So we can start making moves next lap, I feel. Unless there is a chance of getting a nice, easy position. Not quite. Let's conserve down. Rain coming in 49 seconds again. So let's push. Let's see if we can catch some people. What a mixed qualifying this has had. It has had a bit of everything. As now we push with Verstappen. Zhou Guanyu right behind Lewis Hamilton. We're into P10. And we can't get past Hamilton. We're trying, but maybe we just can't find it. Yes, we can. P4. And now we've got Verstappen on his rival. So we're actually scoring okay. It's not great again. But what a mixed changing conditions at Silverstone we have been in for today. Been a bit of everything in this race. We're going to push on P4, see if we can just gain one more position. Yes, we can. P3. And that's decent, P3. Verstappen is coming home. He's going to follow the rival. We're going to score pretty similar points. So another 37 points, and that was back to a bit of reality on the free-to-play account, because we struggled with the majority of them races, especially with race starts, weather conditions, and some certainly tough tracks. But that is our round complete. It should see us through, but we've got a lot of work to do. A low-scoring 156 for our round in qualifying. 41, 37, 41, 37. You could say I'm pretty consistent in my own way. But tracks at the weekend, as we press the wrong button. Zandvoort's good scoring. Hungary's tough. I mean, there's some difficult tracks out there as well. This could be a really, really open weekend of racing. So good luck. Let me know what you're running. But that was a tough round.